What's up, guys? Have you ever been playing half guard here and you've got a guy that's backstepping on you back and forth, putting you in leg locks, passing your guard and all that stuff? If so, then I'm going to show you 2 ways that you can counter that today.
Guys, so today's question is from Fun in Life, The Fun in Life, says, what's the best way to deal with someone backstepping out of your half guard? I don't know what the best way is, but I'll show you the 2 ways that I like to do, I like to use for counters. Again, I'm a half guard player. My best guards are half guard and butterfly guard, so I'll show you how I counter the backstep and half guard. As always, this is my lovely assistant, Mr. Adam Wilson. Trust catch? Yes, he got it. Look at him. He's got it. Let's get started.
Okay, guys, so here's the deal. So when we're talking about a backstep, here's what we mean. Basically, we're in half guard. Maybe the guy's real low on us right here because this is the half guard that I show in the channel, that low half guard. And the person can do a backstep where they can step back here. Now, this opens up a lot of options. One, we can use it as a pass by itself, which is good. There's also entries to leg locks here. Obviously, I can step back here and start to attack the honey hole, and then the knee bars and everything else. And also, there's a lot of cool stuff. Like, I love backstepping to get the person to turn towards me, boom, to start to step back over, to start to mess up the half guard, right? So a lot of good options. And so we have to counter those. Now, for me, countering the backstep, a big part of it is gonna be timing. So you have got to be sensitive to what they're doing. So let's talk about that first, and then we'll talk about the counter. So if I've got half guard on Adam here, for me, most often what I notice is that when he begins to backstep, go ahead, his hip begins to kind of come into me. So raise up just a little bit here. So for me, like my physical cue, this is something in jiu-jitsu I'm always trying to do, right? I'm trying to find what the physical cue is where it's like, that's like my do this. It's almost like if you've ever done like a form of like dancing where like you, like a structured form of dancing like salsa or something like that, where you might move the person in a certain direction and that's their physical cue to do something. A lot of times those are in jiu-jitsu if you know where to look. And in this case, this hip, a lot of times is gonna start to sort of settle into you. So the hip drops into you and that's letting me know he's turning his hips and he's getting ready to backstep. So as soon as that hip begins to fall into me, I've got to make my adjustment, okay? Now the first one, the most simple one, and it is effective. It's been used against me before in competition. I've used it against other people in competition, is basically just lifting the leg up. So as he gets ready to go back, boom, we just lift the back leg up. It's very simple. And as he does this, I can try to trap both legs around it. Now there's gonna be a scramble that's definitely going to ensue here, but we should be able to at some point come back up over top of them and then come up, right? So again, on that one, I'll look at it from the back side here. We're here, I've got my half guard. He's letting his knee come through a little bit. He drops his hip into me. That's the physical cue. So as he gets ready to go, the leg lifts up. So this way it's gonna run right into the back of mine and I can cross my feet and then try to knock him over. He'll definitely resist and there'll probably be a little bit of struggle, but at some point I should be able to come up over top of him by removing his posts. So that's the simplest one. The other one that I really like as well, which I also think is super effective, is going to be pummeling with your feet and getting a shin to shin position, okay? So check this out. We get into that same position here. Down low here, he begins to go. Physical cue happens, he begins to sit, all right? So now I know what he's getting ready to do. So what I've got to do is I've got to find a way, when he begins to drop back on me, go and step back, right here, maybe I missed that first one, I've got to find a way to get this leg right here underneath. Now, sometimes this leg will lift up a little bit and it's easy to get underneath. Sometimes I can use my hand, and sometimes I can even use this foot here to help. And then as he's going back, I'll grab this pant or go underneath of the leg and no-gi, and I can drive up. It's a very, like, again, very simple. We're just pummeling the footing and getting shin to shin. The key to this one is timing. You've got to do it at the right time. If you miss the timing, it's completely off. So let's look at this again from the back side. We've got the half guard. He brings the knee up, starts to step back. Again, a couple different ways to do it. We can go here and get it ready so that as he starts to sit back, boom, we can switch this off here. So it's like a 1-2. Sometimes you can do this leg in the beginning. Just depends on the flexibility in the position. As he begins to try to sit his weight back, we kick the leg up, drive with the pant leg, or go underneath here. And on this one, check this out. When I come up, as I'm kicking him up, I like to go underneath this leg and then cup this quad. This is honestly a really cool grip you can use even if you're not doing this particular move. if we can go underneath the leg and cup the quad here, it makes it really hard for him to turn. Also, this hand is going to be cupping the hip back here. So if he tries to turn back towards me, super difficult because his hip on this side can't come back towards me. He can try to bring his knee up maybe, which is still going to be difficult, but a lot of times it's very easy for them to turn away, and then we can take the back. Fun in life. Hopefully that helps you. So hopefully that gives you an idea of some ways that you can defend the backstep from half guard. Because again, I've got a lot of half guard stuff on the channel already. You know, a lot of different techniques and things like that from the position. But if someone does the backstep on you, try one of those. Again, lifting the legs probably the easiest. That little foot pummel thing to shin, that's probably, it's a little bit trickier. You'll need to drill that one a little bit more. But again, it's really effective. So give that a try. Hopefully that helps. I'm finished. Adam?
Adam.